Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and one of the most interesting questions I've gotten in the last few days when I started discussing these natural limits and everything else, people are asking if they skip their legs, will it let their upper body grow more? And it's really kind of funny when people ask that, and it's kind of, I guess the idea is that when people say that, oh, you can only gain so much amount of muscle or a certain amount of fat-free mass index when you're lean without any drugs, what they're not understanding is it doesn't mean that your body says that's the amount of muscle you can put on just irrespective of where it is. It means that when you add up all the total amount of muscle that your frame will hold, that all of your limbs and your torso and all of your muscle groups, because of how much your frame will hold, how many total muscle fibers you probably have, their potential for hypertrophy in the normal hormone environment, those are the limits across your entire body, assuming you trained everything. It's not saying that, oh, if you only trained your biceps and your triceps that you could gain 20 pounds of muscle on your arms, like 10 pounds on each one of your arms. It doesn't work that way. You're only going to gain a couple of pounds on your arms total ever for the lifetime of your training. It has nothing to do with the fact that by not training your legs, your body will say, oh, I'm not at my limit yet. I can add that same muscle somewhere else. It's not how it works. That number is coming upon based upon what people seem to be able to gain because that's what their frame will hold. That's the total hypertrophic potential of each little fiber in their body when it reaches about as big as it's going to get and sees diminished returns when they're all added up across the body. It has nothing to do with your body just redistributing the muscle in different places. Now, the question would become, would not training your legs allow you to have more recovery and put more fuel and energy into your other body parts? In theory, maybe, but it's not going to work the way that you think. What it might do is that you might be able to eat a few less calories and a little less protein because you're not expending calories building muscle tissue in your lower body. But if you just trained your lower body and you ate an extra 50 calories a day, it would still balance out. It would be okay. Now, there's something to be said for recovery rates and everything of systematic recovery and people who are on no drugs not training their legs as much to let their upper body grow more. And there might be something to that. But again, we're talking tit for tat. That is not going to increase your maximum potential. It just means that you might get a little more recovery time, total body recovery, maybe your peripheral nervous system recovery a little faster so you could squeeze in one more session or exercise for your arms or chest on a different day. So you might be able to do that, and that might facilitate a few percent more growth in your upper body, but it's not going to be a massive amount. It's like not training your legs is not going to let you gain an extra 5 pounds of muscle on your upper body in the next year or anything crazy like that. It's not going to be something extreme like that. It might be a little small difference in terms of recovery, but it's not going to affect your total net gains. It's not going to allow your upper body to get bigger than it would have been had you trained your legs. So hopefully it clarifies that and people understand that a little better. And so by skipping your legs, it's not going to give you a shortcut to make your biceps grow. And the other myth out there is, of course, that training your legs will help your upper body grow. It might help your back because squats and deadlifts and things work your back. It might help your traps and lats and things grow a little more due to stimulation on them. But this whole idea of the hormone release from it actually boosting growth, that's also a myth. So we can throw out both of those myths, that not training your legs is going to make your upper body grow significantly faster, or that training your legs is going to affect it. It's not going to really affect it either way very much. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Oh, Mount Bicepius.